I'm Andrea Schrader from the Creative Dream Incubator, and this is episode 1 of my new series for dreamers, which I don't entirely know what it is yet. This is a creative process. I'm following my inspiration and my vision and my own wishes and dreams. And I'm just taking the step that is in front of me to take, and that's to record this first video, or to basically just start recording things and putting them out there. And then in the process of doing that, I hope to learn more about what I want to do here, because I have this vision that feels too big. I want to create space on the internet for all of us, not just me, to show up wholeheartedly for our dreams and show up wholeheartedly with everything that's happening for us on the path right now. The online personal growth, life transformation world is just booming, and the predominant stories in that world are all about rah 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 cheerleader, you can do it, and just think positive, never think negative, don't let your fear get in the way, all of this just rampant positivity. No, I am a positive person in general, and I love positivity. But what I love more than positivity is when creative people are really in their power, right? And you're not in your power if you're just avoiding fear. If you're just like, oh, I have fear, I release it in a meditation, and now I move on. That's not how it works, right? You have to deal with the shadow, not just to deal with it, but because that's where your power is. It's caught up in all of that stuff. And I'm not seeing those stories online. I'm seeing people on Instagram, just everything pretty, really beautifully branded, everyone's trying to get slicker and slicker. And I think what's needed is to be more authentic, to be more wholehearted. So that's what I'm attempting to bring to the story right now. Space to be wholehearted and real about our dreams and the path to our dreams and everything that holds. That's all of our fears, all of our inner critics, all of the obstacles. The world throws incredible obstacles in our way all the time. So if we could meet each other and be present with all of it, that's where the magic happens. And that's what it is that I'm wanting to create space for here. And I honestly don't know how in this moment. So I'm doing what I teach, which is remembering I don't have to know how, and I don't have to see the steps way down the road. I can see the step that's in front of me to take, and that's to make one video, which is this video, and that's to talk about what I want, which I'm doing, and put it out there and keep showing up. My commitment now is to make videos every week, and there's so much I want to say right now. There's so much I'm thinking about all this, and I don't want to just cram it all into one video. So I want to make a container for being able to show up every week in this way, and to create a space for you to show up with me in this way. So I'd like to offer you a question for today, and that is, what might change if you were to show up more authentically and wholeheartedly for your dream? That's one of the questions that I've been asking myself. And when I say asking a question, I mean sitting with the question. You don't necessarily have an answer, right? Being able to sit with questions is a really valuable tool for inner work, without leaping into the answer stage. Again, that's kind of what's missing in the online world of life transformation and personal growth, right? Everybody's selling answers. Everybody wants to have answers so quickly, but there is a lot of power in sitting with the question. So can you sit with that question? What might change if I was showing up more wholeheartedly for my dream? Because as I've been sitting with this question, what comes up for me, what starts to feel really apparent, is noticing how much I'm holding back. So as I wanted to start doing these videos, I'm looking around at what's going on in the online world, and I'm like, I don't know where I fit anymore. I've done easily hundreds of videos. I started doing videos in 2010 or 29. So it's not like I don't have a lot of experience. I do, and I used to feel quite comfortable just putting it out there and trusting that the right people would find it. And it feels like, over this past year, I've been in this process of deep reflection, and I've been I've been exploring how I do my work. I've been feeling that call from the world that, hey, like, we need dreamers and dreams now more than ever, and that I have needed to step up in what I'm offering in order to fulfill my purpose and mission of helping people with dreams. And so I've been in a really deep internal process of reevaluating everything that I'm doing and recreating everything. And I haven't been as focused on looking at what other people are doing in that time. And so now that I'm looking at putting this video out here and I'm looking at what's going on, I'm like, oh wow, like I don't know where I fit. So it's like I've been changing, my work has been changing, but the world has been changing too. So now I'm in this place of not really knowing how to show up. And I know, like, I put videos out there and I do all this stuff that make me seem like I'm very confident or even extroverted or something, but I'm not. I'm actually very shy, especially upon first meeting people or going into new situations. So that's what it feels like here, like I'm going to a party where I don't know anyone, right? So right now, I don't know where the Creative Dream Incubator fits. And when I don't know where I fit, I hold back. Quiet is my way. So that's what's coming up for me with this question, just noticing where I get quieter. And then just really feeling into it, I start to notice, like, oh, if a wholehearted showing up is actually not so quiet and not so wanting to know where I fit before I'm willing to, show my cards or be who I am, right? Just arrive wholeheartedly, be there, regardless of who's there or how they're going to react. So I wrote this in a blog post recently. I went to a Michael Franti concert, and I love Michael Franti. I go see him live every chance I get, because he's just such an incredible presence, and I find more and more an incredible emotional depth, which is again what's really missing right now in our public conversations. And I'm thinking specifically in the world of life transformation and personal growth and making your dreams real. And so when I was at this concert with Michael Franti with this incredible emotional range, I meant. And emotional range isn't just about being able to say I'm sad when I'm sad. It's about really being present with that, being able to share it. Not in a way that, like, oh, I'm sad, so I want to, like, put this out there and put it on you so that I can kind of get it out of me, but just in a way of wholeheartedly showing up as how I am in the moment, if that's sad. Which actually makes space for you to be more connected to your true self, which makes space for you to be more connected to the big possibilities and joy and magic, which are also always around you. So that's what I felt at that concert, that emotional range. And that's what, like, when I felt it, I was like, oh, this is the answer to the secret of showing up more wholeheartedly. I didn't see him waiting to see, is this audience going to be okay if I talk about something super sad? No, he's just going there because that's where he's going. So I was just noticing where I can sometimes wait to understand the landscape before I want to go. So what I'm doing right now here is taking those steps, being as wholehearted as I can, and trusting that I'll find the place for me if I keep moving. So I have so much I want to say. about, you know, dreams and everything. And I'm gonna leave it at this for this video. I'm gonna leave lots of space for this container that I'm creating to do weekly videos. And I want to encourage you to think for the next week, think about that question: what might change if you're showing up more wholeheartedly for your dreams? And I would love to hear as well what's coming up for you.